You too. What's up? Video journal number 17, and it's been a good one so far. Had a not a long day. It was a pretty good day. We had football come in. Then after football, about 3 hours was my water polo team, women's, and then men's water polo team. Right. So I'm gonna get to the end of it. So when I was coming back home, listening to Austin Yoakum's podcast, and he starts talking about, like, it was some good words to hear, just like how to present yourself on social media, how to present yourself on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, stuff like that. And I thought it was, he started talking about, like, even as simple as a video journal or journaling and saying how you felt throughout the days. I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm doing. Right. So kind of my idea with this whole thing is at the end of my days, talking about, like, throughout my sessions, right? Because I have about 4 teams a day, and I always have thoughts throughout those teams, like, this went well, this didn't go well, or man, someone talked to me about this today and I was not ready for it, or something like that. Or even my own lifts, like, why am I doing what I'm doing in my training, or someone else's training? Why do they do it, and how do I think about it? And I think there's a lot of power in that because, right, you're just constantly learning, and that's something that I've always enjoyed. I've never liked sitting down to class and learning. I've always loved hands-on. So, like, PE, I've always loved, being active as a child. So, like, when I try different programs, I love, like, the inner monologue of, like, oh, okay, this is how he's programming, or this is different. I've never done this. And kind of the trend that I'm on right now is high sets, low reps, right? And there's 2 people that I know that basically, like, that it came on my social media. It might be different for other people, but the first one was Jake Tura, and he came up with hypertrophy clusters, which the rep schemes are like 8x5, 10x4, and then 12x3, right? Like an 6 to 8 week program. And I did that, and I was like, I love this, right? And then I remember doing, like, Squattober. That was fine. That's just strength training. And then now I'm doing supersets, which is developed by Official Strength Debates. I still don't know his name, but his basically is called supersets, and it's high sets, low reps. And the very first phase that I did was just, like, primary strength. You would do high sets, low reps, and then your last set would be a single for something, right? Just trying to find 1 rep maxes or something around that number to know that you're fulfilling that number. And then right now what I'm doing is pause reps, and I've been loving it so far because you do your high sets, low reps. Let's say you do 6 sets of 3, right? Bench. And then you'll do 3 sets of 3 or 3 sets of 6, 2 sets of 6 of pause bench. And right now we're doing only 2-second pauses. And recently I've been reading the triphasic training. I've been trying to, like, dabble in everything. And the triphasic training, kind of talking about that, I'm in the part where it talks about, like, isometrics, what exercises to use when you're doing isometrics. It could do anything. You can pause on the bottom of your squat, pause on the bottom of your bench press, but all you're doing is moving a way to decel the mass that you're moving and then be able to push it back out. And I don't know, it's always been intriguing, like, all the programs, because everybody's programs work, right? You have to, like, butcher it to not have it work, but the really good ones that are making programs are, like, it's like an artist, right? Like, putting things where it needs to be. And the whole reason why I love this program that I'm doing right now is undulating. It's undulating. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And you're basically changing it, right? So a lot of people be like, okay, this week I'm gonna do 4 sets of 10 with the same rep or the same weight, and then finally go back to 4 sets of 8, then 4 sets of 6, 3 sets. They're constantly following a linear progress. Whereas this one, it's like one day you're doing five singles, 5 sets of 1, and then the next time you do that exercise, that same bench press movement or something, you're going to be doing 6 sets of 3, and it's changing, but I see the pattern, and I'm still learning, right? So that's what makes me intrigued about it, is that he's doing all these things to hit one, right? Because sometimes when I do the leg day, front squats or back squat day, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to recover from this, but then I'm not doing it for, like, another week, right? Because it's undulating, and then it's not going to be the same. So whatever I did on front squat, I know that's a taxing exercise because I did 16 sets. The next time I do legs, it's probably going to be like 9 sets. So it's been great. And yeah, like today I started off the exercises with chest flies and overhead tricep extension. I couldn't do tricep push downs because I don't have that in my gym. And then I did bench, and I think I did 6 sets of 3 or 5 sets of 3, right? And I'll show the videos. 5 sets of 3, moving it fast. I wanted to show the first one because I move it fast, right? And those are called speed sets that he calls it. And it's just trying to gain a potentiation for your muscles. It's just a big word. I hate using big words because I just hate them, right? Like there's a simpler way to say stuff, and it's basically just getting you ready for the sets that you're going to be hitting, right? So it's just warm up sets, but make them fast so that your muscles are very excited to start working, right? And then after that was 2 sets of 6, and every rep was 2-second pause on the bench. And then after that, we did a single arm dumbbell bench, but I only had 50s, so I did it. And as you see in the video, I was punching it really fast. 50s is too light for one arm. So I kind of was, after the video, right after I stopped recording, I just did 1, 2, 3 second eccentric. And eccentric, a fancy word of just on your very first phase, right? Like you're just counting down to 3, and then I pushed it up, and that kind of made it a little harder, not that much. And we did 5 sets of 3 for that, each arm. And then back to dumbbell bench. I didn't have heavy enough dumbbell bench, so I just did 135 on the bar and tried to do 12 reps, and then superset it with chest flies, 4 sets of 12. Or yeah, 3 sets of 12, 4 sets of 12. And that's pretty much my workout. And yeah, like I said, Jake Tura, he came up with hypertrophy clusters, but it was a 4-day program. And I kind of moved the program around so that it could fit a 3-day program and hit everything. So today, my men's polo, they got after it. They had they're on the 4th week of it, so they're hitting 10 sets of 4. And it's funny because they'll look at the the screen of the workout, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, 10 sets of 4," and I'm like, "Hey, it's still 40 reps. Like, just do it. Hang with me." So they did bench 10 sets of 4, single arm dumbbell row 10 sets of 4, and then basically after I had them do single arm dumbbell incline bench and chin ups to finish the workout, right? And it's just simple, right? It's just 10 sets of 4, 40 reps. And I tell them, if I did you guys 4 sets of 10, on your 5th to 6th rep, you're going to be tired, especially on your 3rd set. And each set, they just look stronger and stronger. And I'm just like, man, this is working. Like, and that's a cue that it's going to give you, right? Because I'm like, their first set looks the same as their 5th set, looks the same as their 7th, as the 10th. And I'm like, oh man, this is perfect. So the high sets, low reps, I've been loving, and it's something that I'm trying to add to my teams as soon as they get on off season. And right now, since all the reading I'm doing and all that, trying to like implement it all together, and I'm trying to figure something out. And that's the whole reason why I do these video journals, is because when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, I remember when I didn't know this or that, or man, I should have done this. And I think it's just a great way to keep learning, because this is rare. Like, I get to talk to myself, I get to talk to people, and then maybe people in the comments be like, hey, just do this as your training, or don't do triphasic, that's stupid, do this, or I don't know, something like that. And I think it's cool. I think it's cool that I basically get to put my ideas, what happened to me throughout the day, these conversations, the people that I met, or something like that. I get to say it on camera, and then it's myself, right? Like, it's my rare, right? Some people, like, if it wasn't coming from me, I wouldn't, like, I want to post it. So then it's going to become like, oh, I have to post this today. I have to post this today. So I like making these because it's a way for myself to, like, not get into a meditation, but a flow of, like, there's no paper that I'm reading off of. There's nothing that I'm reading off of. It's just me talking to a camera, getting better at it. And then, a video journal, right? And you get to talk to yourself. And like I said, I get to write my ideas. I get to write my thoughts of the day, just a journal, but a video. So that's pretty much it. I like it. Like, today I just talked about whatever I just talked about. And then tomorrow will be different. Like, I don't have no plans about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to come. Then I write about something, right? But it is good because since I've been starting the video journal, I kind of look at stuff to be more in the present. Like, let me say yes to this person and talking to him, or let me talk to this person. And if he tells me something, then it's like, oh, I learned something today, or, stuff like that. So it's been special. So that's it. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow for a video journal not going to say the number because this one's 17, right? So, good night. Let's go. Oh.